And I really appreciate the kind words on the last vlog. This thing exploded. And that is stressful enough for me. I feel like that was a win in my book. James has got the goods. It's been a wild ride, but as you can tell, she acts completely fine. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So the last few days have been wild. It's been a wild ride. So I think I'm gonna upload the video I filmed before this one. It should have gone up today, but honestly, it's been crazy. Also, I keep looking at my hair and I feel like it looks like gray right there. It's just my dry shampoo. I just can't get it, like, I don't know. Anyway, this is not a hair vlog, so we need to just like not worry about the hair. Anyway, the last couple of days have been a roller coaster. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna put up the vlog that I filmed and was supposed to go up today. I just have to sit down and edit it. And it kind of explains in that vlog at the end of it, but basically, one of my dogs, Dixie, the Chihuahua, had a health scare. I think we're good, but I'm still waiting for confirmation from the vet, which hopefully they will call me sometime soon. But basically, long story short, I think Daisy picked up a virus when I had them at the vet being boarded, not 2 weekends ago. And then Dixie started showing the same symptoms, so I thought nothing of it. I was just like, just a little stomach bug. But then she was struggling to go to the bathroom, so I was like, you know what, let me just get this checked out. Well, a lot of times it's hard to get into our vet like that day or the next day, but the emergency vet that we take them to is about the same price and you can get in, you know, because it's an emergency vet. So I was like, let me just take her because she's not able to go. I just want to make sure it's not a blockage or anything like that. Took her, they put her on antibiotics, they put her on different medicine, and they were like, we think that this was just a little something and she just feels like she needs to go, but there's nothing to go now and she's fine. Like, we don't see anything that makes us think it's anything to worry about. So I was like, okay, cool. So they were like, but just to be safe, schedule a follow-up with your vet. So I'm like, okay. So I called and they were able to get me in the next day, which was crazy. So I was like, okay, bring her in. No big deal. Just get it checked out. Because she's older. I just want to make sure she's okay. And they were like, her stomach is still really sore for, at this point, like having been on this medicine for however long, like I think a day and a half or something. They're like, we want to do x-rays. So I'm like, all right, let's make sure everything's cool. Like, we're good. Did x-rays. Looked very weird. And like all of where her like stomach should have been, it was like pushed forward. Her kidney was enlarged, like all kinds of weird stuff. So like, we are gonna recommend an ultrasound and also some blood work. So we're like, okay. At this point I'm freaking out because I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is happening? And they did the blood work. They were like, it came back completely normal. So that is a really good sign, but we still need to find out what's going on. So that was Friday. They originally couldn't get me into the ultrasound until next Monday, so like the 13th, but 30 minutes after they scheduled that, the place called and they were like, we've had a cancellation for this Monday. Do you want to bring her in? And I was like, absolutely. So, you know, all weekend I had to just, it was such a roller coaster because I'd be like fine one minute and then I'd be like sobbing hysterically that something's wrong with my dog. And so yesterday was just really stressful. It really wore me out because I had to wait until 2:30 to take her to the ultrasound. And then I took her, and when they got done, they weren't like, I was told they weren't really going to say anything. They were just going to send it off to the vet. But they said that they didn't see anything that was concerning to them, which is such good news, but they still have to send it to the vet and the vet still has to contact me. So that's where we are today. I feel a lot better about it, but I'm still just kind of waiting for that last like all clear from the vet, you know? I do really believe that if she had something wrong with her, that God healed her. There was a lot of prayers going up for her this weekend, but obviously I'm still just kind of in this holding pattern of like waiting to hear back from the vet to make sure everything was all good. But like my little planning brain was like planning out, you know, if she had to have surgery, what were we gonna do, because we've got a lot of different things on the calendar this month. And so I had like worked it out where somebody could come sit with her when we had to go to this event. Daisy was gonna go stay with my parents just so she could, you know, Dixie could heal from her surgery. Obviously getting way ahead of myself, but that's how my little planning brain works. So I don't think we have to worry about that, but obviously I still have to wait for the all clear from the vet, which I'm hoping that I'll hear something soon. They said it could take like 24 hours to get the images sent over to the vet, which means that it could just not be at the vet's office until like 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's where we're at. It was just an absolutely insane weekend. Very rough. It was very rough. So I did not get the video edited. Yesterday, after all of this, I was still just mentally exhausted. So I started to edit the video and I was like, I hate this. I'm not doing this. And then this morning I looked at it and I was like, okay, I think I can save this video and still post it. I just have to edit it. But I've been on the phone with my mom all morning. There's just been a lot of things going on the past 2 months, like within my family, and just, you know, 2024 has started off a little rocky, and I'm hopeful that it's still a good year, but there's just been things that have been very stressful over the last couple of months. So we were just like talking about that, chatting about that, and I'm like, I'm not getting anything accomplished today again, but I'm gonna try to edit the video and do some cleaning and just get back into my routine. But I do want to like point out a positive. If you guys follow me for Weight Watchers and everything like that, since we got back from our cruise, you guys know we lost a loved one. I guess I can say who it is now, but my dad's dad, we lost him the day after we came back from the cruise, so that's been rough. And so there's been a lot of traveling involved. There's just been a lot of like emotional eating involved, and then of course with Dixie having this weird health scare, it's just been a little crazy. So I've not weighed myself. And this morning I was like, you know what, Rachel, you've got to weigh yourself. You've got to know where you're starting at again, and you've got to get back on track. I've only gained 4 pounds in the past basically 2.5 months, I would say, because our vacation technically started at the end of February. So between being on a cruise, losing a loved one, doing a lot of traveling for various reasons, having a sick dog, all the things, and being someone who is an emotional eater, I've only gained 4 pounds back. So that's really good. I'm happy with that. And now I'm like, okay, I've got to get back on track. So this morning I made myself some 0-point yogurt, and then I had some granola in it and some honey. So that obviously added a few points, but not that many. So I'm trying to get back on track. I've got my water here, taking that. I feel like that was a win in my book, that I did not gain a bunch of weight back, and hopefully I can get those 4 pounds off quickly and then continue on my weight loss journey. It's just kind of stalled out for a little bit, but I was happy with that because I seriously thought I was going to step on the scale and be like, you've gained all 20 pounds back, and it was just, you know, I'm at least happy that that's not the case, and I just need to get back on working out, eating healthy, all the things. But it has just been a little bit crazy the past 2.5 months. So that's what's going on. I'm literally just waiting by the phone for this phone call, and I'm so ready to just get the phone call and be like, everything's all good. Hopefully that's what happens, and they're not like, well, we want to do more testing, because I mean, everything has come back good. So I'm not really sure why the x-ray was weird, but everything else has come back good, and she's acting completely fine again. So dogs, you know, fur babies, gonna be the death of me. Anyway, that has been the excitement that's been happening over here. Also, I have a sourdough update. Sourdough is doing really well. I think I have like 5 jars of it now, because I was just like, I don't want to throw stuff away, not realizing that if you don't throw stuff away, you have to continue to feed all of that, and it's more flour and more water. So that was my learning, you know, curve, my like mistake I made, first time sourdough person. But I have like 4 jars in my fridge, because I put it in my fridge because now I can just feed them once a week, and I'm thinking that I might give some to family and friends if they want some sourdough starter. But the main one that I have been taking care of and feeding, she's doing really well. Yesterday she exploded out of her container twice. So and I think I'm going to name it Bubbly. One of you guys suggested, and forgive me, I don't remember if it was like let me look it up. TL, Bubbly for the sourdough starter, which should be the name. So I'm gonna name her Bubbly. She is definitely bubbly, so it fits. The name fits. I think I can actually start baking stuff today because I did the float test and it's like floating and it's doing all the things it's supposed to. So I might make bread today. I don't know. I honestly don't want to plan anything just because I'm still waiting to hear what the vet comes back and says about all of this. So I don't want to like get in the middle of something and then have to abandon ship, you know what I mean? Because if they call and they're like, can you bring her in? It's just so stressful. Having dogs is stressful. I mean, I know like having kids is stressful too. I just don't have that same experience. I can't really relate to that because I don't have any kids and I'm not planning on having kids, but my kids are my dogs and that is stressful enough for me. All right, I have talked for like 12 minutes. Clearly I have just missed chatting with you guys because I did not film it all over the weekend. My plan was to film a bunch of content over the weekend. My weekend just completely did not go at all how it was planned. I basically we didn't get anything done because I was just so worried about my dog that the entire weekend was really just spent with my dog, which I don't regret. Like, I absolutely love her, wanted to make sure she was okay, take care of her, but because of that, I did not film. I didn't get anything done I wanted to. A little bit of a hot mess over here, trying to get myself together to get back into a routine. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I'm gonna work now and I will check back with you guys and give you guys the starter dough update. All right guys, it is lunchtime and we went out and got Chick-fil-A. I got some nuggets for 0 points and then I got the cookie parfait, which is 11 points, but it's fine. James has got the goods. We're gonna eat some lunch. The reason we got Chick-fil-A is because I, like a big dummy, when we went to the store over the weekend, didn't get anything for my lunch because my brain was not there this weekend. So anyway, we're gonna get this and then get something at the store for like my lunches for this week. But yeah, we're gonna have some lunch. I'm still waiting for the vet to call. It is 12:34. Hopefully they call sometime soon. I just want to get it over with. All right, we just finished lunch and I have 5 points left for the day, which is totally fine. I think I'm gonna make the turkey taco bake, have that and some like chips, which aren't that many points. So I think it'll be okay. Even if I go over a little bit, I think it'll be okay. All right, I'm gonna show you my sourdough. Yesterday, this thing exploded. Like, I'm talking, this came off and it was all over the counter twice. And I moved this to a different jar, completely cleaned the jar twice. I fed it and it obviously like went over the top again. So then last night I took some out. I didn't feed it. It started here and then by the time I was like an hour later, it was up to here. So I removed a little bit more. I didn't feed it again because I had already fed it for the day. When I woke up this morning, I think it was up to here and it's kind of like dropped down, which I think is normal. I do need to feed it again today. It smells like really good. So I think it's ready to go. And like I said, the other day I did the float test and it was like mostly floating. So I think it's good. I think I'm just gonna feed it for today and not actually try to make bread with it. But look at how bubbly it looks. I think it looks really good. I think it's exactly what I've seen everybody else say it needs to look like. So I'm excited about that. I did it, you guys. I got the video edited, uploaded. It's gonna go live in like an hour and a half. So I feel pretty good about that. It's not my best vlog. And I was having some trouble because there was like 2 or 3 clips that just kept having issues. Like I kept putting it back in Final Cut Pro and it just would like have the red like overlay of death is what I'm gonna call it, where it's just like, it's like you've deleted the clip even though I didn't delete the clip and it was still on my computer, but like it thinks it's not there for some reason. So it just kept like screwing up. So I had to delete a couple of clips because it just wasn't working. And I deleted like a bunch of stuff where I'm just like rambling because I was super rambly the first day of the vlog. And then the second day was when I found all this stuff out about Dixie. And so it's not my best vlog, but I still wanted to share it. I still wanted to put it up there because it was a true day or 2 days in my life, in case anybody else needs to not feel alone when they have unexpected news that isn't great. So anyway, I got that done, so I don't have to do a YouTube short today. So I'm going to save that for tomorrow and just post a YouTube short tomorrow. But yeah, got the video done. is time to go on a little family walk. Well, it's just gonna be a walk that James and I went on, but my dogs wanna go on a walk, so we're gonna take them too. Girls, girls. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, we got these. What is happening here? Hang on, please. Come here, Dixie. Good girl. Wait. 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 Okay. Hang on, let me make sure it's all good. All good, all good. Okay, wait. All right, let's go.
Grab that down now.
Alright guys, we are back from our adventures. We went on a walk, then we went to Lowe's to pick up some stuff for the garden and a PetSmart to pick up a container for the dog food and more dog food. So James is going to fill up the dog food container. Oh, there was like a lot more room that you could do. So that was like our big purchase of the night. We also got Daisy a new harness because hers, she started to chew it one time and it's like becoming unraveled and she needed a new one. But they only have her size in like blue or purple, or they didn't have pink. So that made me sad because I wanted to get her like a nice, not that blue's not pretty, but I wanted to get her like a pink collar or something, and they just don't have them in her size. Still haven't heard from the vet, so I'm assuming that I'll get a call tomorrow. Just want it to be over with. But as you can tell, she acts completely fine. Are you fine? Do you want food because you saw the food? Are you hungry because you saw the food? Should we? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Hey guys, I wanted to pop on and end this vlog on a positive note that I got some really good news from the vet today. Dixie, everything looked normal with her ultrasound, so God just healed her from whatever was going on and things look pretty good. And I really appreciate the kind words on the last vlog and the prayers and the thoughts. You guys are such amazing people and I just appreciate you guys so much. So I wanted to let you guys know everything's good. We're good. We can breathe again. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.